Hello, parents, guardians, and friends of Deer Lake School. It warmed my heart to see our students and staff returning to school on Monday with excitement, a few yawns, and smiling eyes above their masks. The first few weeks of December were a challenge for every one of us, parents, students, and staff alike, as we experienced our first COVID-19 exposure in our building since this pandemic began. And we are so grateful for your continued trust and support. I really felt the care of our DLS family as we pulled together to support each other through this stressful time. We know that some families are feeling more comfortable staying home for the first few days of January to see how BC's COVID case numbers are affected by all of the holiday gatherings and how well the province followed provincial health orders. We totally understand this reluctance to return to school right now. Well, there have been COVID-19 exposures in many schools in BC, including our own. These exposures closely mirror the exposures from our communities in general, and overall, the rate of transmission within the school environment remains very low. The latest data from the Provincial Health Office shows in school transmissions in total only represent 0.5% of all transmissions in BC. This is a strong indication that our provincial health and safety guidelines, as well as all the layers of protection that we've put in place in our schools, are still effective. That being said, we are taking a hard look at our daily practices to see if there are any ways in which we can improve so that we can keep everyone who enters our building healthy and safe. We are so grateful that those affected by our exposure event have all recovered and returned to school with the guidance of our health authorities. While the Fraser Health Authority did not point out any weaknesses in our safety plan, we've learned many things about the realities of exposures regarding contact tracing and cohort organization. We've seen how mild many students' COVID-19 symptoms can be and how difficult they are to detect. This is why, first and foremost, we continue to really urge our DLS families to conduct thorough daily health checks and to keep any student at home with even the mildest of symptoms of any illness. We believe that this is the most important line of defense in keeping our school healthy and safe. We're also more convinced than ever by the science indicating that mask wearing decreases the risk of exposure. We continue to strongly encourage our mask wearing culture for all students and staff, even inside classrooms. And we want to thank you for the strong supportive response we've had from the majority of our students and families. Even our littlest students are contributing in this way. And I've passed by many classrooms this week and seen every student masked up while participating in learning. Staying home when we are sick, wearing masks, washing our hands regularly, and staying physically distanced from those outsider bubbles or cohorts continues to be key defenses against the spread of COVID-19. If we let up on any one of these practices, we put ourselves and others at risk. I know we are all watching reports of the news around the world and wondering how our lives and our health may be affected in the days ahead. There's likely more change and uncertainty to come, and we will face it together. We're all tired, but we have to continually be examining our various competing priorities. The genuine concern of families in light of the high number of COVID cases, the workload and mental health of our staff, the social and emotional health of our students, as well as the need for consistent quality in the learning experience. What that looks like in the next few weeks, excluding, of course, any change in direction from the Ministry of Education or Public Health Officer, is for our school to focus on in-school learning. At this time, we cannot be utilizing Zoom to support students who choose to stay home. We wish we could, but it's just too much to expect of our teachers to offer two programs. What we can provide for those at home for a short period only is the same thing that students would experience if they had a vacation or an illness. Teachers will arrange for some work to be picked up or emailed. Unfortunately, though, it will not be the same level or consistency as experienced by students in class. We've come through so much together since March of last year. With the rollout of the vaccine in Canada, we hope for better times in the months to come. In the meantime, let's just continue to be hyper vigilant and consistent in following the basic safety protocols we all know are our line of defense against illness. Thank you once again for your trust and faith in our staff and school board of Deer Lake School.